I told the team, I said that all is a good sign, but the real rankings count at the very end of the year, so that's where we want to head to.
Well, you didn't know what to expect coming into the year, but after 2 games, do you feel like you have a legitimate top 25 college football team in Corvallis?
Well, I think we've earned that spot at this point for sure, but it's a long year, and there's a lot of tough football teams ahead of us, and that's why all that stuff. It's just better to just think about the next game and leave it at that. Just take care of business as you go, and then boom, look up at the end and see where you're at.
Hey, do you have a vote in the coaches poll this year?
Mm-hmm.
And how do you handle that? What's your approach to that?
Well, I try to pay attention to it because it's kind of one of those deals you feel responsibility. It is a big responsibility, and I also have one of my guys here, Gary Beck, that helps me a ton with it. And that is feeding me information, and we kind of work it together. It's kind of fun, actually.
Where'd you put the Beavs?
I don't have to reveal that.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Well, you look, after Wisconsin, everyone said, well, the defense looks really good. The offense we don't know about. UCLA will be a bigger challenge. But you got to love the fact that the defense didn't drop off, and the offense made the improvement that we were all hoping it made, and you get the big win. It
was a good win, Suk. I'm not going to spin it any other way or be worried about saying it. It was really good for our team. That was a hard-fought game. We did a lot of good things, and then we had some adversity, which we created ourselves, really. We gave them a big touchdown right before the half, and then we turned the ball over, bang, bang, back-to-back series. But we just kept playing. And then I told them the other day, I said, we played 2 games right to the end where you have to try to get an onside kick to seal the victory. I said, that shows you got to be ready to play 60 minutes of football.
When I look at the development of Sean Mannion, and it appears to me that when there is a clean pocket, that there is a confidence there is a poise there that wasn't last year. Sometimes under pressure, like the play action pass, maybe it still gets a little bit rocky, but you can almost see it week to week with this young man, can't you? And the strides that he's making. Yeah,
it just goes to show you too. There's not a lot of magic to it. The experience of playing is such a big deal. The games are just different. Practice is great, and you're practicing against college guys, but boy, the speed of the game and everything obviously is full speed and live. It's really great for every player, but for the quarterback, the experience that he had a year ago is really valuable to him.
Is there any, is the leash completely off? Does he have full command, or is there still stuff with a relatively young quarterback that you hold back until, I guess, he feels more comfortable with certain aspects?
Well, that's a good question, but what we basically try to do, we feed these guys pretty heavy inventory during fall camp, and then really do 2 things: see what they really are comfortable with and what they can do, and then we pluck stuff from that inventory and see how it fits into each game. And there's not much that we hold back from that kid. If we see something we want to do, he's usually, well, first of all, he's a studier, so he's going to understand what you're trying to do, and it's going to be stuff that he's not unfamiliar with. We've done it in spring ball, or we've done it in fall camp.
Now, how's his arm? I know it's been bothering him.
I think it's really close to being totally okay. I think when you get a sore arm, it's hopefully it just day by day it gets better and better, and that's what's happened. I think our trainer and doctor have done a nice job of kind of adding what he can do each day. And today he just practiced normally, and I thought he looked good. And I think that we're still more than 48 hours before the game, so I think he'll be fine for the game.
It's our weekly visit with Oregon State coach Mike Riley. The Beavers out of the gate 2-0. Now, if you're going to beat Arizona, what are a few key things that you must do to win the game?
Well, one of the key elements with a team that's as productive as Arizona is that you're going to have to just limit the big plays. They're going to gain some yardage. The quarterback is an athlete. He's going to pull the ball down and run sometimes, and you just, there's an old study that I did a long time ago. I actually did it when I was in the CFL, but I think it still applies. But I kind of looked at our team and looked at the games, and if you hold a team to their longest gain being less than 20 yards or 25 yards, then you've probably won that game. So, and then with a team that's as productive as this, if you can just make them earn it, and then make something happen, get them out on a third down or get a turnover, you're going to have to play really well in space and do a nice job of being sound in coverage. And so that's a big factor in this game. And then offensively, we've got to handle this new defense. They brought a new style into our league. It's a 3-3-5 kind of deal. Nobody else has really played that defense. They play 3-4 or 4-3. But this is a little bit different, a little different flavor, so we got to be sharp against it.
Now, that 3-3-5 can give the spread fits. And you saw that a little bit with Oregon, especially in the first half, because there's a lot of athletes on the field and a lot of guys playing in space. But I would think that a pro style, being able to line up with a fullback, that there may be some things you guys can do against a smaller, more athletic defense like this.
Well, we'll see what we can get done, Suk. I think that in general, as you progress, you look not only at the opponent but at your team and what you need to do better. And as you know, what we still need to do better is run better. We're hitting some good runs, and we're running better than we did a year ago, but it's not consistent. It's kind of hit or miss. So we're striving ourselves for that consistency in the running game, and you gotta against this team, you got to get on the right guy. That's that 3-3-5 deal. That thing moves around quite a bit, and they are very versatile with it. So got to be really sharp.
Now, you were effective running the ball against UCLA, but it wasn't. You didn't tear it up. But I found it interesting that just the presence of the run game and the willingness to stick with it, you guys were able to run really effective play action, even when the running game wasn't really working. So it was almost like the commitment to the run itself was as important as having success.
Yes, that is well said, and that's exactly right. If you can run a little bit, it's good, and if you can run real well, it's even better. But we were able to get some stuff in the play action game, that it was very important to us. We faked that little counter playing through that slant to Cookie, and he goes big time for a touchdown. That's a big help in the game to all of a sudden get a couple big chunks like that.
This is Beavers coach Mike Riley here on the Fan and Comcast Sportsnet with Isaac and Suk. Hey, I wanted to ask you about one other little bit from the UCLA game. What was the thinking on why you didn't go for points at the end of the half there?
Oh, that, we weren't in great field position. We were okay, and at that point, I didn't want to do anything that might get them the ball back at that. They had just scored a big touchdown. We had given them momentum going in, and I thought, okay, let's take the lead and get the half, and we're going to get the ball to open up the second half. That's what I thought.
So just kind of taking the air out of it a little bit, maybe, taking the crowd and just bringing it down a notch?
Yeah, exactly, because you start going for it and you happen to do one thing wrong, they get the ball back and they've just scored. We should have gone in the halftime 17-3.
That's right.
And so giving them that momentum was already bad.
Hey, Mike Hass back at practice today. Did I see that?
Yes.
What's he up to?
He's working for Nike, and he was down. They were doing a little bit of testing of some new gloves that they brought down.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Special Mike Hass approved gloves. I like it.
Yeah, boy, it was good to see him.
Well, have you seen, it's been kind of a big secret, but you're getting a little info leaked out that you guys are getting a whole new redesign next year. Do you have any input in that at all with the logos, the uniforms, or have any hint what may be coming?
I don't really know for sure, and no, they don't ask me too much. I leave that to somebody else. Our equipment guy is involved with it, and he's a great guy. Steve McCoy and Arnie Alcantar, those guys are good, and I'm kind of excited to just same as you are to see what they've got going.
I'm guessing orange helmet. Can you confirm or deny that?
I can't. I know that they've looked at a white one. I don't know if that's going to come out of the thing or not, but
breaking news.
It'll be interesting.
Now, are you going to be able to watch yourself on SportsCenter tonight? I heard you're going to be on ESPN.
Well, I think I'm going to be on, and I doubt if I'll be able to watch it. I don't know about that. I'm not going to be on a camera. It's just a phone deal.
Oh, it's a phoner.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. But you set something up for College Game Day, though, didn't you? Hey, aren't you going to be on?
Oh, yeah. This week? Yeah. They did an interview. That was a tape deal that I did yesterday.
All right. We can watch that on Saturday morning. Well, Coach, always enjoy the visits every week, and good luck against Arizona.
Hey, thanks. Good to talk to you guys again.
Coach Riley joins us every Thursday. What is today? Thursday?
Yeah.
at 5:15 p.m. So tune in for that if you're a Beaver fan. Always good talking to him. We both like the Beavs here.
I do.
In this spot.
I don't think it's a gimme, but you have a good track record, I should say, down there. What, 5 in a row down in Arizona? It's just one of those places you play well, and I really like Oregon State's defense. I think they're going to keep them in a lot of ball games, and I think the offense will progress. I think you saw it get better from Wisconsin to UCLA. I think they're going to get better this week. I like the receivers. The offensive line is playing well. The last piece of the puzzle to me is developing that consistent running game, because if I'm Arizona, I press Oregon to throw the football. I stack my box there, and I say, if you're going to beat me, you're going to beat me straight throwing the football. You're not going to go play action. And we'll see what happens.
And Riley will be on SportsCenter tonight at 6:40, I believe. Is that the right time? I think it's 6:40.
I don't recall.
So just tune in, and it'll be awesome.